For those who haven't been here before, I ain't got a good camera. I should fix the light. Maybe it's too white above my head. I'm not professional. But I'm as close to precise. I'm as close to honest. I'm as close to loving. And I will make this close enough that you will want to watch this more and more. Because the relativity that I bring out is a truth and fact of a world of which you might be into. Pieces and parts that you're sitting in the den and you're staring at something and you don't know why. And you look at it and you look at it and you like it. Could be anything. A lampshade, a ram's horn. Well, I can't even blow in here. I'm afraid. I don't think anybody's upstairs. Wow, I'm embarrassed. I can probably blow it a little bit better than that. I'm just a little scared. So what I want to bring out here first is a picture I did the other day. So when you take a normal look at the cross, or the 5, or the 2, or the C letter, and I cannot make the same letter here on the 5. What the 5 will turn into in this instant, because of these angles, remember the French have a name for these angles. It's called accent aigu, accent grave. This area, right, will take up only the center. The center is on between this side and that side. Would you say my house in the middle of the street for any reason? So I would drop this down and drop this down and drop this down, right? So now we'd sort of have the back of the building and the front of the building. But what if I was drawing the side of the building? Right? What if we were just drawing the side of the building? This would be the front of the building, right? Here's the ring up here, like the boxing ring, right? See the boxing ring? Ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for tonight's match in the top of the Twin Towers, the boxing ring. The floor you never knew existed. The 111th floor. 37 times 3 equals 111. But let's not do 37. Let's do 18. Let's do 1. Let's do 18. Let's do 37. Let's do 1 equals to 38. We also began the next side to the church. And 18 equals 56. And 1 equals to 57. Let us break and get onto the moon. Let me do this again. 18, 1, 18, 31, and 37 and 1, 38, and 18 equals to 56. And 1 equals to 57. And 18 equals to 75, 57, 75. And 1 is the year we just ended, 57, 76. Sorry, equals 75 plus 1. 75 and 1 is 76. Okay, and 18 equals 94 Uranus. And 18. Was it 18? Was this 93? 1876. Somehow I have some sort of mistake because it's supposed to be 111. There's 3 ones missing, right? 36 and 1, 36 and 1, 36 and 1. So it's 9, 1, 9, 1, 9, 1, right? The last one is to link the next line, right? Showing the head and the tail, not showing the in-between. Here we have C5. So we know that we see blocks. These are all blocks. You see one number, but it's the block. You see one number, it's the block. It's funny the way this one shows up. Now that I drew the line down, coming from the one number, I now have a 3. Everybody does know that 57, right? And backwards, 75, right? Is more like 57, 75. All right, we all know what this is, and then we have the 7 over here that's inside, but it's not a 7 because it's cut off short. So they all become 1s. Anyways, that's the end of this one. We have 5 minutes done here. I wanted to talk about this one over here that I brought up yesterday, which is the in-between of the 36 numbers of roulette. Put your money where your mouth is. Okay, we get 54 over here. Okay, I need 63. Okay, in order, but all these here, right? All these here, you see 6, 12, 18. Oh, 2 goes into everything, right? 2 goes into everything. I don't think so. 2 does not go into 3. 1 and 2 equals 3. 1 times 2. 1 times 8. So this will say that in multiplication, 2 will go back into these numbers. But in addition, okay, which is a partake, okay, of the angle you are on. The multiplication puts me on an angle, right? And that angle apparently, according to 666, is 23.5. That is that angle. 23, is it 23.5 is that angle? No, 23.4, sorry. 23.4 is the angle. So just outside of 23.4 is 23.5. I mean, all right, there's all kinds of things that go with numbers. So we're going to go to the church, Venus. We go over here to the doorway, Jupiter, but it's the Jupiter made up from 1 and 4 equaling to 5 and 3 and 2 equaling to 5. And that 3 and 2 shows up over here, 3 and 2 equaling to 5. That's my 3 and 2. Is there any other 3 and 2 in here? Here's my 3. Inside is 2. Here's my 3. It shows up in 2 places. My 2 shows up in 1 place. By 38. My 3 shows up in 1 place. My 8 shows up over here. 56. My 5 shows up over here. My 6 shows up over here. So these are placing coordinates. Remember, this is on the other side. This is its value. These short numbers are a full value. So if you see a single digit, it's giving you full value first. I don't know. I mean, I never really know if I'm understood. High numbers, 9876. The only way on a cube, these numbers, okay, these numbers, 1 and 8 is high-low. 1 and 7 is high-low. 1 and 6 is high-low, and then you begin center C because it's created from a cube. And then this one over here is a representation of low. This is a representation of low to the 10th gate. This is a representation of low to the 7th gate. Okay, to the 7th gate. This is G. This one over here is J. The French, okay, they exchange them. Not only do the French exchange them, okay, but there's many other things to go on. Do you want me to continue in this video? Okay, and in this video, the French say 19, 18, and 17. But they also say, and this, 6 and 8, 60 and 80 go along with these numbers over here. Add any one of these to these numbers, and you will be going from 60, you will be going to 41, 42, 43. You will be going, okay, from 60, you will also be going up to and 79 and 78 and 77. That's right. 77, 120. Now you will also be going, right, at the same time, you'll also be going 19, 18, 17. You'll also be going 61, 62, 63. Talking about the Queen and the moon's by her side. If you want to look at it in short, we'll talk about 99. We'll talk about 98. We'll talk about 97. 99, 99 connects to 86 through the television program Maxwell Smart, where he was dumb and she was smart. 9 and 9 is smart. 8 and 6 is dumb. How can we make 8 smart? We have to find more numbers and more talk on TV of all the combinations that ever happened, right? A few combinations from TV over a couple of years, and billions of people have seen it. So why do we get 90? Because in French, the word for this, okay, is soixante. Not six, not six, soixante. Et 19. They put the plus sign is this, ET, 60 ET. 6, and this one is 80 ET. But they say et 19, but they don't really say 19. They go 10 and 9, 10 and 8, 10 and 7. So before you say anything, you're actually saying 70, 60, et 10. Or if you're minusing it, it'll actually say 50. When it comes to the 80 range, okay, it'll actually say, oh my God, they meet. These two now meet, because this one over here, 79, 78, 77, 19, 18, 17, not only will they meet that, but now they will go to 90. This is a payout of 7-5. I know, because I played the game of craps and I know the odds. I don't care what anybody says. I put things perfect. I put things, God said when I was born, this is your life path and this is everything I'll give you. I'm going to give you a star. Follow that star all the way, and you shall see the truth shall become of you, and that shall be true. We know what happened here, right? 10, 11, 12 is into here. Double value, double value, double value. That's your creation. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 42 ways to make these numbers. You know what they are? You remember the video? How to make 1, how to make 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with 2 dice cubes. Okay, you only can add them to 6, but it's a 9 face. You have 42, plus you can make this one more time, and this one more time, and this one more time. So you have 42 and 15, right? Here you can make them 15. Here you can make them 42. The total is 57. If you minus it, it is 27. Why do I minus it? Because when you connect 15 wires over here, you have 27 wires and 15 duplicate wires. So I would put plus 30 duplicate, plus 30, plus 30D duplicate. SD, right? You can just put single and duplicate. This number will reach twice this number, goes into the sun. 3 times this number is the birth. 3 times 19, 57 inside the moon. 3 times 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. 3 times 14, 42. 3 times 5 is 15. Inside of Mars is 2, 3, and 4. The same numbers I just used. 3 times 14, right? 14 and 15 is pi, but let's leave that out. So what we have is we get these numbers here. Now it's minus one of these, or it's added to one of these, and you get these numbers here. Add any one of these to here, you get this. Take away, you get this from here. This one over here. So when you want 70, 60 plus 10, right? Let's say you want 79. So you take this one over here, you get 60 plus 10 and 9. 60 and 10. Now, when you come to this one over here, this one becomes the minus, okay? But we don't have the minus, right? We have 80, minus 10 is 70, and 9, we end up with 61. So we cannot connect because there's no 1, 2, 3. So it's the reflection, the opposite, where when we go down to 61, we need to connect, a number to that, and that would be 80 would be, you see, 80 is 80. They say 80, 20, 80, okay? This 80 is a very special word because they go 80. And you know what this says? 420. 80 is 4, 20 is 20, 420. And then you'd go, and 10. I'm using this as an example, and any one of those other 3 numbers, 7, 8, and 9. All right, 420 and 789. This one over here is saying swa sound. Okay, inside of it, it says 10-9 right over here. These three letters, 1 and 0, 10, 5 and 0, half, 1 and X equals to 9. Read it backwards, we have 11. The split here is 105. Levi's. So this is a bunch of things that it just all works together the way it is. On the cubes, these are opposite of each other's. When you move to the 10th gate, when you move to the 10, you connect the stars together because now you're connecting the face. Use your telephone. This is 1 to 9 over here. Okay, 1 to 9. I use it this way. Okay, I'm missing 4 and 6. I do it this way. I'm missing 2 and 8. Right? But if I do it this way, I've got 4 levels. So remember, 27, right? 2 of 7, 2 of 7 in any way. So 27, the big red sun. But if I see it this way, okay, on this angle, the way I understand it is I'm missing either 3 and 7 here. This is the 20 world. I'm missing 1 and 9 here, right? Although I'm missing 2 and 8. I'm missing all 10s no matter which way I turn it. But this is 4 levels. 4 levels of one way is 40. 2 ways is 80. 420 world is like this. Now, if you want to go and say, okay, it's 23 point whatever degrees. So you see this line between this dot and that dot. Since it's that line and I put this, my balance shows this. My balance shows this. My balance shows this. My balance shows this. I'm showing all half lives. So every time I'm touching one, I'm touching part of the other. So do you follow what I'm saying? If I put it perfectly like this, but I'm not. This is 135 degrees. Okay, 4 times 45. That's the way I do it. It's got 4 angles on it, right? Right? 4 angles. 45, 45, 45, 45, and all of a sudden I'm the opposite way. So this perfect. But the minute I tilt it to the side, boom. The cards, the deck of cards, the reason for the card to finish off on this side and this side, you know, the 2 in the corner of the card, the 2 that show the suit, right, is because it's showing me that I'm not in the center heart position. I'm off to one side, leaving me to do with the, you want to call it the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 6 world, right? Because there's 6 of these. I do it this way. It's 4. 1. Hold on a second. Did I get that straight? Let me do that. All right. Is that the way I do it? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's the 6, right? That's the 6. And when I put it a little bit over, I'm duplicating it. So I have to understand that a little bit better. Do you understand? This world's here. Okay, I've been showing it a little bit differently. Maybe I haven't paid attention. Let me get something a little bit thinner. Okay, so I can look. If this is straight along the paper, this shows 1 world. This will show 2 worlds, right? This one over here is supposed to be exactly even. This should show 3 worlds. So 1 world straight, 2 worlds straight. These 2 come together showing 3 worlds. This is 4 worlds. This is 5. So if I tilt it just a little bit like this, right, I get 1 world. I get 2 worlds in between. Let me do it just a little bit more. I get 2 worlds in between. I get 3 worlds in between. I get 4 worlds in between. I get 5 worlds in between. I get 6 worlds. 1 to get on, 2, 3. 1 to get on. What about in between here? 2. But if I go in between here on both spaces, these automatically touch. If I go in between each space here, these automatically touch. I go in between. So these angles and these dots are actually telling us more than you think. And if you want to use how thick do you want to call number 1, right? Is number 1 that thick? Then number 1 will have to tell us what it's doing. This was an awfully long video. And sometimes I have the perception of my own reality that I think you might be following exactly what I'm saying when I know for a fact that it is impossible. It is impossible, okay, for me to tell you exactly the way. I mean, no, it is very possible for me to say it. But do I believe that everybody exactly understood everything? No. Do I believe you all tried? Yes. Do I think it was very confusing? Absolutely. At the same time, do I think personally it was easy for me? Yes. Wow. That's a weird one. 20 minutes, 11 seconds, I had to sneeze. So there's a lot of stuff that's going on in here. And when I talk about the 20 and the high-low and the cube, right, there's more to it because you might add 7 and 6, 13. I mean, no, let's say you add one of these, but the actual highest dice is 3 and 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 2 times 5 is 10. High is this, low is this. This is 6, this is 12. The 21, the cube adds up to 21, but one number will show up on its ass. So the cube adds up to 14 plus one of the next numbers. 21 is the cube. You have 1 cube, you have 2 cubes, you have 3 cubes, you have 63. 63 connections. You have 4 cubes, you have 84. 3 equals into Jupiter, 4 equals into Pluto. 105, you're connecting to the hand of God. 126, you connect the months and the days, so you're connecting to the universe. 147, where you have 7 cubes, equaling to the spirit, the gateway, the delta angle. You have 8 cubes, 21. You have the week, 168 hours. With 9 cubes, you have 180, 189. You have the spirit of the high sky. When I reverse it, okay, you end up with 912, birth of creation. Mercury and Venus running inside Saturn. That's what it says. When I have 10, I have 210. I have the addition of 1 to 20, and that's a fly on my screen. 210, 10 cubes. 231 creates the Christ. So I think we're beginning the separation because 11 times 21 is 231. 77, 77, 77. 777, 777, 777. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 777 equals 21. 2 and 1 is 3. Reverse that. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. The spirit is 76. So when we have 12 cubes times 21, we have 210 and 42. We have 252. We now have Earth, 1/4 of 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals the Queen. 10, 17, we have exactly this number at 12. At 13 cubes, 13 times 21, which is 210, okay, and 63, which now we've connected the moons of Jupiter, is 273, and we have 3/4 of everything done because we come to the last day of September, which is 9:30, creation of the birth. When we have 14 cubes, okay, and we move the ace from the deck from the high to the low, okay, we have a total of 294. Then we have a total of 21 more cubes and 315. I think that's 16 times 21. Let me check this out. 20 times 16 is 320. Right? No. 15 times 21. All the balls in pool. 15 times 21. 15 times 21 equals to 210 and 105. 315 says ace cat. It also says the letters O and U to where you are, and they add up to creation, 6 and 3 back to the moons. The next moon over here, instead of 315, 316, 326, we add up one more, let me see, 315, this equals to 315 and 21, okay, this is the 16th, and 21, which would be the 17th. I know I'm going on and on, but I have to. This would equal to 336, and that is the 12th moon, 336 days. Now we go on 336, 342, 356, 357. 3 times 57, 171. 57 is the number to the moon. 17 is the queen, it is the gateway, and it creates Mars. That's your 17th dice cube of 21. Your 18th dice cube of 21 Okay, this is equals to 336, 357, and this is 368. Okay, this is 16, 17, 18, and the 19th one of the cube is 389. This will create 171. 3 times 68 is 198, the high sky like we spoke before. This one becomes 3 times 80, 240, and 27, 267. Okay, I'd have to understand it in my head, but you get my drifts, right? So 21 times 20. When you get the 21 times 20, you get the 420. When you get 20 times 21, you get the 420. 47. Okay, 47. 47 times 123 will equal 2021. That is the end of our cycle calendar of numerological calculations inside the number of cubes of 1221. 1 and 2 cubes, and everything they can do with your imagination.